I feel like if you asked me, could you imagine grabbing fire extinguishers?
Yeah.
Customers out of the building.
Yeah, you guys, I mean,
Like,
go into that. What was that like?
Yeah. Honestly, like, I heard you say that you were going to call the fire department, so I knew that I could focus on the inside, and after that, it just was go. Like, there was no, like, thought. It was just do.
Yeah, I appreciate you for that. I told you, like, hey, I'm not going back into a fire. I'm getting out and calling 911.
Yeah. No,
so.
I appreciated that because then I knew that somebody was taking care of 911. So that that all I had to worry about was the people and the fire extinguishers. And
yeah, that's kind of one of those things, you know, you work in the firearm industry and you manage a range, or even if you're training on the range, you kind of have to have that moment. Usually with every training, there's in the beginning, all right, this is the address if anything happens. It was a training incident. Nobody was shot because you'll have SWAT here with guns. There was a training incident. This happened. And you have to designate people with medical and all that stuff. Kind of different with the fire. But still, somebody has to call 911. Like, somebody has to be designated to call 911. Somebody has to be designated to flag the trucks down. That's just something I've personally have gone over a million times, you know, training with firearms. It was weird putting it to the test and, you know, putting it into practice. But, yeah, that's one thing I just knew I was going to do because I wanted to get out of the building. I didn't want to be around for another fire.
And that's the thing is you need somebody that you know is doing that, right?
Yeah, it took one less thing off your plate.
Right. Like, that meant that everybody else on staff could just focus on, well, get people out, try and fight the fire, and then gets to a point where you're like, oh, we can't fight the fire, get out, kind of thing. But yeah, knowing that the emergency help was on the way is huge.
And you guys went in there to extinguish it. You brought fire extinguishers in, and what made you guys decide you had to get out?
A, the fact that it wasn't doing anything, and B, the fact that we realized it was over our heads in the roof. So not about to get collapsed in on.
Horrifying.
Yeah.
I mean, you have two options. The fire goes so far back that you're going to get burned no matter what. B, the AR-500 steel is going to start
down out of the ceiling, and
like
you hope it knocks you out, I guess.
It reminds me of that scene in Final Destination where they drop the glass, and it just bends their backpack. Rough.
But yeah, it's just like one of those things. You try and then assess that it wasn't worth dying for, and
100%. Like, and I'm so happy you guys made that decision. That was one of the things I was freaking out for the most part too, because I saw people in the classroom trying to get their stuff, and I see black smoke bellowing out, and I'm like, get out, stop getting your stuff and just get out.
Right.
I apologized to that guy later because I saw him standing by the road. Like, I wasn't like trying to be a dick to you, but
right. I'm just like concerned that you aren't going to make it out.
That you're casually putting your earphones in your bag to get out.
It's like, sir.